One of the most common questions I get in any of my tretinoin topic videos is, how did I first start using it? Exactly what I did. So I would just like to explain step by step exactly how I used tretinoin in the very beginning, 18 plus years ago now. So a long time ago, but I do remember clearly because it was such an eventful occasion for me. Embarking on that journey and what it did to my skin, especially in the beginning months, it was quite horrendous. And I don't want to scare anyone off from using it because it's a glorious product. But I will say that I think the number one deterrent that I hear from people is that they often start trying it and then the side effects are such that they are unable to continue the treatment long enough to even see any results because of the side effects. For me, I wanted glass skin so badly, and I was dead set on it. And I will tell you that there were nights when my skin was peeling off of my face at nighttime. I was laying in bed, my skin was rough and scaly, and it was red, inflamed, and it was all along my chin, and it was peeling off in sheets. That's how bad it was. So I'm going to explain why that happened so aggressively, and maybe you can learn from my mistake and not do that. The very first thing I did, I remember, was that I started application once a week, and I did that for about 2 months. So at nighttime, on a clean, dry skin face, I would dab a pea-size amount on the planes of my face, which is to say the cheeks, the top of my forehead, and the chin. And then I would massage it in, and then I would follow it with a moisturizer. And at the time, I was using just Cetaphil plain moisturizer. You hear me so often speak of the CeraVe PM. This would be a good moisturizer to use. So I used a pea-size amount once a week only, and I did that for 2 months. After 2 months' time, I increased it to every third night, and I did that for about 2.5 weeks, I would say, 3 weeks. After that, I gradually increased it to every other night, stayed with that for 2 more weeks, and so on and so forth until I built it up to a nightly regimen. However, like I said in the beginning, I was really gung-ho about wanting certain results. And so I will say that my desire to get those results was counterproductive for me, because what ended up happening was that I thought, well, more is better, and more means faster results. But in actuality, more just meant more irritation and more inflammation, and the irritation and the peeling got worse. I had to then discontinue it for a while before I resumed treatment again, because I had gotten so aggressive with my treatment. Doing that, especially in the beginning, will not bring you faster results. It will only bring you more irritation and worse feeling in the interim. So don't do that. Be very modest and patient. You have to be patient, and that includes being protective of your skin. So I never left the house without wearing SPF and a hat, and I did that religiously throughout. Well, I still do that today. These days, I religiously wear my hat, and I wear SPF on a daily basis, 365 days a year. In the first year especially of your treatment with Retin-A, tretinoin, really any topical retinoid, but I'm speaking specifically about prescription strength tretinoin, you must be diligent about protection, because if you are treating your skin with that chemical, that makes your skin so much more vulnerable to skin damage. So you should be wearing SPF daily anyway, regardless. Everyone should be. But people who are treating their skin with topical retinoid, and specifically prescription grade topical retinoid, it is a must that you have to wear sunscreen and wear enough of it. So that's a half a teaspoon worth for your face and your neck. And don't skimp. You have to cover and you have to be serious about it, because that's what gives the results, is protecting that vulnerable skin. So as it starts to peel and the layers of your face come off, what's underneath and gets revealed is that virgin, new skin, fresh skin cells. And that is what we're after. So another question I get asked is, how long did it take before I saw results? And I'll be very honest with you that for me, everyone is different, by the way, but for me, it took at least 12 months for me to see real results. So I had to wait about a year, which is a long time. However, in the grand scheme of my life, 12 months for me was nothing. And then to have that just be a maintenance habit I have for the rest of my life, and I don't even have to use it every night now. I can actually use it once every 3 nights, once a week. My skin is in such good condition now that I don't even need to use it every single night. It's not necessary. My uncle is always saying that the skin has the longest memory. So the skin will remember. And I've taken 2 weeks off. I've taken a month off of Retin-A with no change. So my point is when you can get to the stage where you're using it in a maintenance mode, it's very satisfying to get to that point where you've gotten the results, you put the work in, so to speak, and then your complexion changes. My skin even changed from, I used to have combination oily skin, and now my skin has normalized. I no longer experience breakouts. Retin-A helps with all of that. It helps with tone, texture, collagen production. It really changes the chemistry of your skin. So especially the longer you use it. Look into the research, it's very interesting. The longer you use Retin-A, the better your results get over time. And I was actually speaking to my mother about that today, because she's a user of Retin-A as well. She's been using it for 30 plus years. And I was speaking to her about it, and I said, you know, Mommy, my skin is in better shape now at 39 than it was when I was 25. And she said, that's what happens. And I said, it's unbelievable, because it just seems to keep getting better and better. So I want to encourage you watching this. If you are starting on your Retin-A journey and you're using tretinoin in the beginning stages and it's a nightmare and your skin is purging or peeling or it's irritated, number one, dial back and just, dial back, and you can always reintroduce it when your skin calms down, but stay with it, be patient, and just give it time. Give it that time, because it's so often that people quit right on the cusp of when the results are right around the corner. And I always think, oh, if they only just stuck with it for 6 more months or 7 more months and they would get the results that they're desiring. That would be my main takeaway, is that you have to have patience and you have to protect your skin. That's the biggest thing. And on that note, I wanted to add that another thing I would use, especially overnight when I was sleeping, because it would get so uncomfortable, the peeling and the tightness, that's another thing. The Retin-A makes your skin very tight so that if you make any large movements, the skin cracks. And I have a small mouth already, so I remember eating like a little bunny rabbit with the mouth, because I couldn't even open my mouth wide because it was just peeling and cracking here. So I would use, this wasn't around back then, but I love this product. It's petrolatum based, and this is excellent for any areas of dryness or cracking. You can slather this on generously. It will just help you. This is a lifesaver. But the good old thing that I would use, tried and true, is Vaseline. And I use this on my lips. I'm wearing this on my lips right now. Just good old Vaseline petroleum jelly. I love this product and I use it on my lips, my skin, all over my body. This is a wonderful barrier product, and it's occlusive. So especially overnight, when you put this on, you can layer this on again generously all over, and it gives soothing relief, and it also protects while you're sleeping. And then in the morning, you can do your skincare and cleanse. But what I want to do mostly is encourage you, if you're starting out your tretinoin journey, stay with it. Be modest with your application. Don't overdo it. More is not better. More is worse. And be mindful of the sun, wearing hats, and while you're at it, wear gloves to protect your hands. But yes, SPF, and wear enough SPF. That's the main thing too. It's not just wearing SPF, but wearing enough of it, because so many people don't put enough of it. You need a half a teaspoon at least for your face and neck. So I'll shut up now and leave questions down below. If you have any questions, I will do my best to answer them accordingly. And in the meantime, good luck with your tretinoin, and leave a comment down below if you're using tretinoin and how it's working out for you so far. I love to read your comments as always. I wish you well. Thank you as always for being here, and thank you for watching. Bye.